Hello, welcome to section 10.4. We're gonna be spending now 2 days on 10.4, starting kind of a little more simple and then working into some more challenging problems. We're gonna be solving equations with square roots, specifically quadratic equations with square roots. And for all these, b equals 0. Use this method for solving when b equals 0. So we have ax squared plus c equals 0, or something along those lines. The b value is gone. All right, so here's what we got going on. You're going to isolate x squared. So you're going to get the x squared by itself. To do that, we're going to start by dividing both sides by 2. And then that gets rid of the 2. And then we have 4. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So we have the square root of x squared and the square root of 4. Now, the trick here is that you have two answers, x equals 2, x equals negative 2. Because 2 times 2 equals 4, negative 2 times negative 2 equals 4. And to kind of show you that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. And then I'm going to put this into factor form, or divide by 2, and you have x squared minus 4 equals 0. And this factors into x minus 2 and x plus 2. So we have x equals 2. And x equals negative 2. There's almost always two answers for quadratic equations. So there's actually two ways of doing this. Factored form and using radicals. So here's a couple more examples. I'm going to start by adding 25. And I have c squared equals 25. And then square root, c equals positive and negative 5 is my answers there. Here I'm going to subtract 11, and what I'm doing, as I mentioned earlier, is I'm isolating the x squared. So I'm getting the x squared by itself, just like getting x by itself. Now, square root of 0 is not positive or negative 0, it's just 0. Let's see, let's subtract 12, 5w squared equals negative 20, divide by 5, and I have, oh, I guess I was doing it down there too. So I'll just go here. So that leaves me with negative 4. All right, now this one's impossible. You'll notice I have a little impossible down here. The square root of negative 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 equals 4. There's no way for you to multiply a number by itself and get negative. So sometimes there is what we call no solution, and that's totally okay. All right, square rooting fractions. Square root fractions are kind of nice. You just square root the numerator, square root the denominator. So the square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 16 is 4, and that would be your answer. Make sure you got the plus or minus there. Another example, 81 over 121 is positive or negative 9/11ths. So there's just a couple examples for you guys. Let's actually apply this here to a problem. We're going to divide by 4 and divide by 4. Now, some kids right here, they get a little nervous because 9 over 4 isn't a nice fraction. That's okay, because when I square root this, when I square root 9/4, I get 3 over 2 plus or minus, so positive or negative 3/2 there. Okay, so it's okay when you have a fraction and it doesn't give you a nice number and you're going to square root it. All right, I'll do another problem like that. Let's do this one over here. Let's divide by 9. Divide by 9. And again, 100 over 9 isn't a nice number, but that's okay. We'll square root both sides and get 10 over 3, positive or negative. Subtract 64, 49b squared equals negative 64. Divide by 49, and I wanted to do this one because when I square root both sides, no solution. Okay, square root of a negative number does not exist. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to 10.4 day 1. I will see you for 10.4 day 2.